Most sorcerers in Jujutsu Kaisen are born into the supernatural. They are raised on cursed energy and monsters. But Higuruma was born into a different kind of darkness. The Japanese legal system. Before he was a player in the culling game, he was a man who believed in a single, simple truth, that everyone deserves a fair trial. In a world where 99.9% of criminal cases end in a conviction, Higuruma chose to be the 0.1% who fought back. He wasn't looking for power, he was looking for light. But as we see in his descent, the brighter the light, the darker the shadow it casts. This is how the system didn't just fail Higuruma, it shattered him. To understand why he broke, you have to understand how he lived. Higuruma wasn't just a lawyer. He was an empath. While other lawyers treated cases like paperwork, Higuruma treated them like lives. We see him defending a young man accused of a crime he clearly didn't commit. The evidence is shaky, the witnesses are unreliable, and Higuruma pours his entire soul into the defense. He stays up until dawn, driven by the belief that if he works hard enough, the truth will prevail. This is his first mistake. In the eyes of the system, truth is a luxury. The court doesn't want the truth. It wants a closed file. Higuruma teaches us the most painful lesson of adulthood. You can do everything right. You can be the smartest, hardest working person in the room, and still lose because the game is rigged. The breaking point isn't the first loss. It's the hope that comes right before the final collapse. When Higuruma actually wins that not guilty verdict, we see a rare moment of peace on his face. For a second, his faith is restored. But then, the system does what it does best. It corrects itself. The prosecution appeals. The higher court ignores the evidence, and the defendant is found guilty anyway. Watch Higuruma's face in this scene. The light literally leaves his eyes. He realizes that the courtroom isn't a place of justice. It's a meat grinder. His client looks at him with eyes full of betrayal, and in that moment, Higuruma realizes that his hands, the hands meant to save people, are covered in the ink of a corrupt law. He didn't fail his client. The system used Higuruma to give the illusion of a fair trial before crushing the victim anyway. When the system breaks an idealist, they don't just quit, they invert. Higuruma's curse technique, deadly sentencing, is a literal manifestation of his trauma. He creates a domain where the law is absolute, but the punishment is death. He becomes the judge, the jury, and the executioner because he no longer trusts anyone else to hold the gavel. He says he wanted to open his eyes and stop looking away. But by opening his eyes to the corruption of the world, he blinded himself to his own humanity. He killed the judge and the prosecutor not because he was evil, but because he wanted to stop the machine. He thought that by destroying the players, he could destroy the game. So, what does Higuruma teach us? He teaches us that a system that refuses to acknowledge the truth will eventually turn its best people into its worst enemies. He is a warning. He shows us that empathy without boundaries leads to destruction, and that justice without mercy is just another form of violence. Higuruma didn't choose to be a sorcerer. He was forced to become one because the real world had no room for his heart.